There you go.
Hey, hey, hey. Girl.
Let me press pause. That was my waited music. How are you doing, darling?
I am awesome. I am awesome. So glad to be here with you.
Yes, you're looking good. You're looking nice. You're looking fine.
Thanks so much. Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Thanks
everyone.
for joining. Thanks for coming in.
Yes. How's my beautiful girl doing?
I am amazing. I am well. God has been good to me. I am doing well. I'm doing well, all things considered.
You've been doing a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
That's one way to manage a pandemic is to keep busy, keep working.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, definitely been seeing you, watching you, doing your
thank you.
music ministry,
Thank you so
blessing the
much.
hearts
Thank you
of
so much.
many.
Thank
Man, a force to reckon with. That's what you are.
Thank you so much.
It's been such a blessing just to like watch you throughout the years and seeing the amazing things you're doing, and even having that personal experience with you has been absolutely.
And I miss it so much. That's one of the things I feel like everybody kind of had a coffee when COVID came because there was no gyms, there was no, for someone like me, I like to, physical fitness is a way that I get an opportunity to kind of dispel some of the angst and the stress of, the vicissitudes of life. I get to have a little bit of a devotion through working out, and we had an opportunity to connect. And when I was doing so many different challenges, it was an opportunity for me to get physically fit and to connect with other people, and just build community, which is really important when you're in a pandemic. So one of the things that people struggle with is staying connected to people during this time. So hey, everybody. Hey, Ada. What's up, Sharon? Danica. Thanks for popping in, guys. You're awesome.
It is so amazing, and you are so well loved. So
thank you.
You said a couple of things in regards to how you've navigated through the pandemic.
Yeah.
What has been your go-to? What has been your go-to?
You know what? In 2020, I really started. I started to declare. Hey, I started to declare Psalms 91. That was, we didn't know what this thing was, and it was foreign to us, and there were so many social factors that were happening, so many social barriers and discrimination and oppression. Things just started to some things that seemed like they were dormant, really were more prevalent than we wanted to admit. And so certain things started to show up in our world, so it was a lot. So a lot of people struggled in terms of, just trying to figure out how to navigate what they're experiencing at work, especially as it relates to racism, how they're impacted, how what their work experiences. They started to really observe some of the challenges that they might have been ignoring. And so this became a thing. So I think people started to feel really heavy and sad and alone and angry and bitter. And then I think in year two, the following year, it was just a lot of faith fatigue. People were tired. When you're in a, I put it this way, that when you're watching a boxing match, people don't look the same way. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Riley. So people don't look the same way in round 10 or round 5 as they did in round 1. In round 1, you were like, you ready to go. By round 5, you are tired, you're sluggish, you got some cuts and bruises, you're protecting one side, like you got some vulnerable spots. And I think that the pandemic amidst some of the loss and some of the, challenges, it exposed a lot of vulnerable spots, some areas that we had left open spiritually, emotionally, physically. So definitely has been a challenging year. We've had some close friends, had some close calls, and we've had some friends that just didn't make it at all.
Yeah.
We've got friends who lost parents. It's just been very hard in this 2 years. There's so much going on. And sometimes what's helped me personally is I always believe that your input determines your output. So what you allow to come into your space, what you allow, what you are plugged in, what you're plugged into, what's coming in your ears, your eyes, and even what you eat, all those things are going to contribute to how we feel. We need to be really intentional. So I think the pandemic has taught me about intentionality and how to stop just going through the motions and just doing, okay, well, we'll just do this until, something else better comes along, but being really intentional about what we're connected to, who we're connected to, and, and have a plan about where we're going, and then inviting God into that space as well, right? To guide and to direct all those choices and decisions that we've got to make.
Yes. So. Yes, woman of God. Yes, woman of God. I don't know if you remember, but back in, what was it? Was it 2017 or 2018? When did,
I think it was 2018.
Or was it 2019? It feels like it was forever ago.
I know. Everything pre-pandemic seems like it was an eon ago.
It feels like it was 10 years ago. But anyways, a while ago, I had a Hope Inspired Fitness retreat. Mm-hmm. And you
awesome, guys. If you've never been, go.
Listen,
it was an amazing time.
It was fantastic. And you were one of my guest speakers. And let me tell you something. To this day, people remember what you said, how it's impacted lives. Like there was like 30 odd women that were there, but just having that moment, that camaraderie, that community, that love to this day, I have people saying, Patricia, she spoke a word so powerful. I'm going to take you back there for a few seconds because I don't know if it was 2019.
Yeah, somebody's
2019.
letting us know what's up.
Come on, guys. Come on. It wasn't that long ago.
We were having pandemic brain.
But there was something that you said that has stuck to everyone. And I don't even know if you remember it. But we were talking about esteem and just, stepping into your zone and being who you are and your truth. And at one point in time, you were like, do you know who my daddy is? Do you remember that?
Yes.
And then you spoke on that. Look, Dee saying that. Do you know who my daddy is? That in itself was just one of those things where I was like, wait a minute. Yeah. So do you remember? Can you speak onto that a little bit?
Yeah. Well, I think sometimes we see God as this really lofty person. Well, not a person, but we see this as this lofty entity that is just so supernatural that we are not really connected. And we also see him as master. And oftentimes we are not able to transition our relationship from master servant to father and daughter. We are the sons of God. That's who we are. And when I think about what Jesus says, he says, if you have seen me, you have seen the Father. And we are extensions of his expression in the earth. So when we forget and when we fall short and when our memories fail us and we get lost and we don't know who we are, we don't know where we are, he's all places at all times. And he David says, whither can I go and not be in your presence? I'm connected. My daddy has a GPS on me. He knows where to find me at any given moment. When I'm lost and I'm not really sure, I said, I remember who my daddy is. When you know who your father is, you have a lineage, you have a roadmap to where you have come from and where you're going. So that was the idea behind, do you know who my daddy is?
Yeah.
Like when I tell people, do you know who my daddy is? You can't talk to me any type of way. Do you know who my daddy is? You can't treat me any type of way. Do you know who my daddy is? So some of us, he's a friend to the friendless and a father to the fatherless. So even though you may not have a biological father, when you are connected with the Almighty Father, then you just have a better roadmap as to where you're going, how to navigate.
Yeah. Yeah. It's powerful. That statement of knowing who your father is, who's standing behind you, who's got your back, whether you fall forward or behind, who's there with you, who's in the trenches with you. It's an amazing thing to have. And, we're celebrating women this week. Happy International Women's Day.
Women's Day. Hey,
All
ladies.
stand
And thanks for the
proud.
gentlemen who are chiming in. Thanks,
Listen,
John.
yeah, we see the gentlemen that are supporting. We feel the love. Thank you so much. This is about community. So Hope's Corner is totally about sharing love. It's about building community. It's about just sharing knowledge as well, right? Gaining knowledge. So
Yeah.
we're here just trying to make sure that we're connecting all together, because as a people, we definitely need to do that. Shine the light on everyone who's doing things in different corners. I know that you're doing your ministry. I know we've done our workouts together. I know you've been one of my special guests, and I just truly love you. And I just wanted to shine some light in your corner and let you know
so
that
much.
you are so loved and you are so appreciated. The
Thank
words,
you.
ministries that come out of you are such a blessing, whether in big circles or small circles. That's the one thing that I have to say that I love about you. I gotta say that whether you're on a big platform or you're on a, or a small little intimate circle, you don't change. And that speaks to character. That is, yes, she's always so kind, always so loving. And that is like just the reflection of the God in you. So, some people, you see them and you're like, yo, boss, that person's not to see them when they turn off the camera. You see those type of things, but you are not one of those.
Thank you.
So,
thank you. I appreciate it.
You have a ministry. You're doing some things. Tell us about, you have some, the ministry that you're doing right now.
Oh, you know what? So many things happened to me that I never thought would happen to me. I really started launching out and doing worship leading. I've always been a psalmist. I like to just, pop in, do one song, maybe wreck the place and let God use me for one song before the preaching comes on and disappear. And fade to black. But God has really pushed me into praise and worship and plugged me into a house that has allowed me to grow and to flourish. So in 2021, in January, I was ordained as a pastor at my church and ServeCity Church. Woo woo!
What? ServeCity!
So we are growing, and so much is happening there. And I've just been really plugged in and, working on some worship music and just kind of keeping myself busy. I have a couple of, and, really doing some vocal workshops and just keeping busy in that regard. I recently came back from Nigeria.
Yeah.
And where we had, I was doing a lot of workshops and just recording and keeping myself busy. So, working on some new material. So I'm really excited about the sound of worship that will be coming out of this pandemic, and that's just, what God has been doing for me, falling in love, all those kinds of great things are happening. And so I'm so really excited about what the next chapter presents.
Tell me about the experience in Nigeria. Tell me about it.
Well, it wasn't my first visit. So, 10 years ago I had gone, and so I returned and initially connecting with 416 Worship Factory. So they had a mandate to create 1,000 songs And so on that journey, they were heading to Nigeria, and I went. And just like the first trip, it was like really life changing.
Yeah.
The worship experience, there is nothing missing in Niger, let me tell you. Okay, musicians to boot, singers on lock, and the experience, it's levitating. They just know how to tap in and worship and pray, and it was just an amazing experience. Doing those workshops, even the musicians were there, taking everything in and singing along with us. We were doing writing workshops, how to create songs, biblically based songs, how to take scriptures. We looked at different versions of the Bible that had the same scripture, and building and how melodies and talking about runs and riffs, all kinds of different things. And it was just amazing. And one of the most amazing things that happened was the little kids that would come up to me. I took a picture of this one little girl named Davina, and she came to me and says, hi, Ma. So she's, good evening, Ma. And I said, good evening, pretty girl. And, she told me what her name was. And she says, I want to sing for Jesus like you. Wow. And I think my heart just totally melted that that ministry, we've always grown up thinking that it was only for adults, but in this season, in the pandemic, our children are being impacted. They're watching to see how we're navigating through this difficult time. Absolutely. I watched my son flourish and, serve in ministry. So, I think really leaning in and getting plugged and not allowing the pandemic to instill fear in you, but really leaning in and trusting God that he's still sovereign, that he sits high and he looks low, and he's concerned about your natural needs. He's not so far off that he's not, that he's not so far off that he's not concerned with you. So I'm really, one of my friends was really ill during this period, and I watched how the community, the Christian community, galvanized together and created a whole other ministry that even 1 year later is still thriving. Safe at 7, like it's turned into this entire thing. And it's amazing to see the people of God who are grounded and rooted, that they didn't falter, that they didn't waver, that they dug their heels in and really begin to petition God and seek and connect. And so many people are being blessed for those faithful few that were connected to God in this pandemic. So those are the things that I have focused my attention on during this time.
Absolute blessing. Like, honestly, like, I know I have some people who will be watching this or not believers at all. And sometimes it's almost like I wish I could just open my heart to them and be like, if you just knew the Jesus that I knew, like, there's so much different things out there in the world, but that ability to be grounded despite whatever is going around you, it is such something that you can hold on that you can't even describe. Like, to be able to say, I know the walls are falling to the left and the right, in front of me and behind me, but I am still grounded. I am still standing, and I'm standing in the fear of the Lord, but I'm not fearing what's happening. That's
that's an important tool. Like, just as I said, I had every day in the first year of that pandemic, and I also went on a 21-day dry fast. So I was like, on day 3, I was like, Lord, did you really tell me to do this? It was right in the beginning, in March when the pandemic started. But I believe that when you are obedient to God, and your yes is a real, complete, total yes to him, something extra, I can guarantee you that something extraordinary is going to happen. And where my life is now 2 years later, when I think about what happened because of my yes to him, because of my obedience to him, he's just, spiritually, my spiritual life, my emotional state, I was able to graduate from social work, find a job in my field.
You were able to do what? Hold on.
graduate,
Yay.
complete Ryerson. Fine. As a matter of fact, I found a job in my field before I finished
That's
school and
fantastic.
was working while I was in school in my field of study. And and I work for a faith-based organization.
That's
So I
fantastic.
get to pray over the families that I work with. I get to pray with some of the families that I work with. And there's nothing more satisfying than being able to marry my faith with my career path. That is, because I know that won't always, be the thing, but God's been good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I didn't have dark days during this pandemic. I certainly did. I don't ever want to sugarcoat that and make it seem as if, you know, that the pandemic is just peaches.
Right.
It's not. It's tough. And this salvific journey that we're on is a narrow road.
Yeah.
So it's hard to keep your balance on a narrow road sometimes. But I really want to encourage some people who are plugged in today that whatever you're facing, whatever you're experiencing, whatever you are facing, if you can get plugged in to a really good source, for me, your community is a big deal. Who you allow to speak into your life, you really have to be intentional about who you are allowing to speak into your life. Not because they've been around for years, that means that they should speak into your life, because some people just don't have the authorization. You need to be really intentional who you're listening to, what you're listening to, what you're watching. I spent a whole year just not even watching cable at all, including the news. I would listen to CBC for 15 minutes and then that would be it.
On the top.
15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening, but really plugging in and staying focused and really reading the word and asking God to show me something new, being hungry for him and allowing him to take my hunger and make it into something extraordinary. And yeah, he has surprised me, to say the least.
He is God is awesome. Like, heart for worship. Like, I was going to be like, can I get a song out of you? I don't know if I'm pushing too much to be like, can Patty sing a little? Can you sing us something, please?
I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the things that I've made it. It's all about you. Yes, it's all about you, Jesus. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. Yes, it's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the things that I've made it, and it's all about you. Yes, it's all about you, Jesus.
Bless the name of the Lord. He is
Amen.
worthy to be praised. God bless you. God bless your ministry.
Thank you.
May he anoint you from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. May he go before you and just make you prosperous in everything that you do. You are a tool and a gem for him. Very special to me and my heart. Can't wait to see you again. We're going to work out together.
Yes, honey. I need it, girl. Get rid of some of this COVID stuff that attached itself to my booty.
It's all good. It's all in the right places.
All in the right places. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
It's all in the right places.
Thank you guys so much for your love and for your support. I really appreciate you guys, every single one of you, for logging on. If you don't have a church home, or if you have gone to church already and you need another plug-in, feel free to log on to ServeCity Church so we can worship together. I am one of the praise and worship leaders there, but I am plugged into that house, and it's just allowing so much, maturity in myself, spiritually, emotionally, I'm really grateful. I'm so, so, so grateful for being plugged in. Stay tuned. I've got some worship stuff on the horizon, and we're going to release this stuff. And if you haven't gotten Joy, and if you haven't gotten Heart of a Lion, go and get it now, honey. Now. You better get those tracks right now.
No, go get it now.
Even Heart of a Lion is good workout music.
Yes, it is. You know what? Maybe I need to do a piece of a workout with it.
Yes.
Tag you in it and be like,
yeah. Workout music, good traffic music, get you through the traffic.
Yeah. Absolutely fantastic, phenomenal. We play you in the house. So, it's awesome.
ServeCity services are at 10:30 a.m. ServeCity Church.ca. So you can log on, you can check us out. You can check us out on Instagram as well. ServeCity GTA. Yeah. And you should see some clips of sermons and worship. I have some on my page too. You can go check me out too.
What's your handle? What's your handle? Just in case.
It's Patricia Shirley. Patricia Shirley Sings.
Yes. It will be in the handle as well. But listen, I love you to pieces. You know that.
I love you right back.
And I'm just looking forward to the many things that you're going to be doing. Again, Hope's Corner is about, sharing love. It's about gaining knowledge. So we had just the knowledgeable. We just had oh my goodness, let me spit out those words. We just had a great episode of knowledge, especially about our Savior, King and Lord. I really plug my Lord. I'm sorry. That's just who I am. That's what we do. And I really thank you for all.
ServeCity. I got musicians in the house on here. Come on, come through, players. Come on. Where the men support the women. Come on.
Can we pause there for a second?
Yes. So I'm telling you.
Men support the women?
The men. Come on. Don't you see my boys are in here?
Hey. That is fantastic. Men, we got your back.
Guys.
We know we got your back. So when you have our back, it makes it so much more powerful. Thank you so much for the men at ServeCity. Thank you for the men who support Hope's Corner, Hope Inspired Fitness. I got guys who work out with me too. So that's all.
You're
good.
a monster.
Like I just finished one of my workouts with my boys. So, hey
Joseph. See, I'm telling you that they say they love the Black Queens. Hey, man, we love that.
That is phenomenal. So as we are closing out, and again, it's International Women's Day tomorrow. Show your queens some love. Show your queens some love. Give them some love. We are giving you love every day. We love the children. We love the men. We love everybody. We love the women. We love with just.
Vic is in the building.
What?
My boys are in the building. Yes, so Niger's in the building. Nigeria is in the building. Come through.
Fantastic. Thank you for the love. We thank you for the love. I'm trying to pop some wave hands in here. Hey, wave.
Everybody's coming in.
Thank
you so much for the love and support. So if you haven't gotten Joy and if you haven't gotten Heart of a Lion, go get it now. And I got new worship music that's coming out hopefully in the next few months. So, stay tuned. Stay tuned to my page. Lots of good things happening.
Yeah. So I usually let the guests leave the last message or the last words. What do you want to say? What do you want to say to these fine
questions,
people?
comments? What do I want to say to these people? I thought they had questions for me.
Anyone have questions here? Do you guys want to quickly just type something in and we can answer, we can talk, we can rap about it? Let's see.
Who's on here now?
Let's see. Anyone? I'm just seeing all the heart bubbles.
I know, the hearts. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.
Lots of heart bubbles. Let me see. Any questions? Oh, only one. I guess because you're that good. You said everything that needs to be said.
Efficient?
Yeah, you're
well,
that
thank
efficient.
You guys so much for logging on. I really appreciate you jumping on. I'm encouraging you guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
I encourage you guys for just for surviving, for making it this far, because it's no easy feat. I'm not sure if we're coming out of this thing, or if this thing is, what the new normal is going to be. There's always something. We've got war on the horizons, gas prices on the rise, groceries are on the rise. Everything is on the rise, and since everything is on the rise, then your faith should also be on the rise. Your trust level in God should be on the rise, and just watch what He's going to do when you completely trust. And the Bible says that if you trust Him with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding, and in all your ways acknowledge Him, surely He will direct your path. He will make your pathway straight. So I just want to encourage you guys to just plug in, lean in a little bit closer to God, and watch what He does in this next season. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, but I am saying there is an expected end. So yeah.
So just lean on Him. Just lean on Him. Just trust in Him. Again, if there's any questions in regards to that lean or that trust, we're here. We're here right now. And it's just plugging in, staying in tune, listening to some good music.
Yes, good vibes, good worship, and
standing up nice,
building community. I think that in this time where people have been isolated, it's really important to stay connected. The enemy wants to isolate you and keep you from plugging in and connecting, with people. You may not be able to hug and kiss everyone, but you need to stay connected. You need to be praying and just connecting with people and checking in. Even on your strong friends, you need to check in on them and make sure that they're good too, because sometimes it's an issue that I've had in my world. You're always strong, you're always going, and you're always there for everyone else, and people don't think that you might be struggling. But we need to check on everybody. We need to do wellness checks on everybody. We need to be accountable. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yeah. So I'm encouraging you guys. Thank you so much for popping on and sending hearts and dropping comments. I really appreciate you. Love you so much. And I'll see you on IG.
Yes. Patricia, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Hope.
Really, really appreciate it. Again, I appreciate your ministry. I appreciate where you're going. And again, we know we're all watching. But here's the thing. It's not just about watching. It's about surrounding you. It's about holding you up. It's about praying for you. It's about encouraging you. It's about loving on you, and not just, again, taking you for granted in regards to the things that you're doing, right? So it's great to watch somebody from afar and be like, oh, they're this, they're that, they got this, they don't have any issues, they don't have any problem. Listen, don't assume anything on anybody's life.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't. If you think about somebody, don't think about them for what they have, but think about them for who they are and who they belongs to, right?
You're welcome, Whitney. Thank you, Danica. By the way, she's responsible for my fabulous hair. I should let you know. So if you're in the B-Town, if you're in Brampton, and you need a hairstylist or a makeup artist, because don't nobody else touch my face, get at Danica's Secret. She's thebomb.com. She's a day oneer for me. And I love this chick. And she's an all-arounder. She does everything.
Nice. So that's in the Brampton area? Give her a plug right now. Where is she?
Brampton area in the B-Town. Log on to Danica's Secret. Book your appointment with her, honey. Hunty.
I got some Brampton people online here.
Yeah, so. Man, get at it. Like, fabulous. I mean, I'd like to tell people I woke up like this. I did today. I woke up like this, but I had some help. So
amazing. This is where we're plugging it. This is what we're doing. Maybe I'll have to travel around Brampton to get.
Well, I'm in Scarborough, so I be going to Brampton. So I'm just letting you know.
Okay, Danny, you that good? I mean,
see, Riley says it too. Janika's the best. Yes, she is.
Well, sweet.
Yes,
I'll travel. I mean, I got stuff to do. My hair right now.
Hey, Lana Bear. People be popping on late. Y'all be late.
I know, it's like you're trying to wrap up and it's like pop.
Oh, Jermaine is on here too. Jermaine is on here. Pastor Jermaine Shakespeare.
Oh,
he's on here too.
What's
Oh,
up?
see, Danika's the boss. I always say Danica, but her name is Danica. I'm mashing her like a real Caribbean, mashing it up.
Mashing it.
It's okay. You're fashionably late, I'm sure. Even though I can't see what you're wearing, but I'm sure you are.
Right.
Somebody said Brampton is God's country. I happen to think it's the B stands for behind God's back.
I agree with you 100%. Sorry, people from Brampton. All roads lead to Brampton, but don't come out.
Alana says she's wearing pajamas. Probably something that she ordered online that's fashionably acceptable, so pay no attention to her.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
Thanks guys for logging on again. Love you guys so much. Woodney, we have to connect. I hope to see you soon. She's from Ottawa.
So when are we doing
Hope's workout
class?
Oh, because I'll be talking about your classes, and she joined me I brought her with me a couple of times.
I remember.
We're ready.
Listen,
we're ready. Let's
hope that COVID is really gone. Let's hope that COVID.
Well, I don't know
really,
if
really
COVID is gone, but I know that we have to come in.
We still got to do something. Listen, I'm just praying. I'm praying from now. I'm like, Lord, help us to have some really, really good days outside, like sun shining, just because I want to do some, I want to do some outdoor boot camps. Like,
yeah, if it's anything like that soca thing, like that took me out, I don't know if I can deal, but.
Oh, yes, you can. Oh, yes, you can. I know you can. Listen, you were boxing and squatting.
I was doing everything.
Punching and dancing, and you were doing everything. So Minua say you're capable.
Oh, come through, Danica. I'm telling you, these classes ain't no joke, though. I've fallen out 1 or 2 times. Like, I had to pull over, So, outdoor boot camps.
I'm out for the outdoor boot camp. Yeah.
And more importantly, it's great when you can connect with women, and it might be, and everybody had different journeys, different body types, different backgrounds, different reasons for even wanting to plug in. But what I really loved about coming to those boot camps is that everyone was so supportive. They were so kind, and it was a real community. Yeah, it was really intentional. We need to do another retreat for sure. I totally enjoyed that retreat.
I'm trying to put it into play. October is usually
we had
first week of October.
I think Londa was speaking at that. Like, yeah, that was a good weekend.
It was a good time. I'm going to get Londa on here too. We had a great weekend. It was fantastic, and that's the thing, because a lot of people usually think, oh, Hope Inspired Fitness, oh, it's all about the workouts, and
you're concerned about your body, like all these different things. But I never even thought once about that. Came with no makeup, came straight from work, and the fact that people were so committed to coming and so supportive. We had teams, and just people were supporting me that I never met. My sister met somebody that I was working out with. I just want to say this really quickly, that my sister's a nurse, and she was at a hospital, and she said, my sister looks a lot like me, only that she's really fair. She says, geez, you look like someone. And she says, my sister's a gospel singer, you might know her. And she says, oh, who? And she says, Patricia Shirley. And she says, oh my gosh, I worked out with her, and she was at, I worked out with Hope's, so my sister's telling me about this. And it just pays to be kind and to build community with people outside. You never know. And as a result, she was in my sister's care, and it just made my sister even that much. She spoke so well of my sister. My sister, she was speaking so well of me, and her interaction with me. We don't really know each other. We just engaged in those circumstances. But when she was not as well, then my sister was, taking care of her. So I just think it's really important sometimes how we build community, and how you just never know where you're going to, reconnect with people who know you. So it's really important to build positive communities that are thriving, and that, you get to sow into other people's lives.
Yes, Ashley saying, yes, amazing experience and great food. So at this retreat.
Oh yeah, man, it was good food. Everything
it was like, good. Are you sure we're supposed to be, this is about, wellness? Because because it's the mind, body, and the soul. So we got to do workouts. But every retreat that I have, I make sure there's amazing food. I will go there and
the
test.
The hotel was amazing. Sure. Everything was amazing. Everything was sorted out. Everything was sorted out. You really have to do it again. And
I'm doing it again. It was supposed, I think right now I'm supposed to be on year 6 right now, but because of COVID, everything stopped. So
I'm down. So you let me know and I'll be there.
All right. I'm gonna hold it to that.
You're gonna hold you to that.
I'm gonna hold it to that. So we're gonna have to work that out. But
Alana says she's all about the food.
With regards to the work, with the retreats are for everybody. It's not a matter of you have to have a physical fitness status or whatever. What's it not? It's
everybody was there.
Come everyone. Even if you can't run, that's okay. You're able to sit at a table and you're able to drink a tea and talk to somebody. It's about building community, building strength, building confidence, building knowledge about God, and just sharing love. I'm all about the sharing.
We hit the pool. We had a lot of different, I was really able to connect with a lot of different ladies and just really talk about life, about marriage, about divorce, about singleness. There's just so many different things that people are, it was just really a great opportunity for us to share and grow and to sow into one another. And I really appreciated that. And thank you so much for inviting me and allowing me to be a part. And I'm grateful that God was able to use me to impact the lives of the ladies that came.
Yes. And we appreciate you. So guys, this has been an extended mix, but it's been a fantastic celebration of life. Some fantastic celebration of Patricia Shirley and the great things that God is doing with her, through her, to enlighten our community, to enlighten those who need to know about Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. ServeCity is where she is at. You can always check her out there. Check out her handle, her page. There's so much, she has so much ministry on her page. It is such a blessing. And so I wish all the best for each and every one of you. We love you. We care for you. I pray for everybody who comes on, and I'm just praying that God will continue to give you the wealth that you need, the strength that you need, the love that you need. Surround yourself with love, guys. Continuously surround yourself with love. It will keep you up no matter what's going on. Mwah! I love you guys too.
Thank you, guys.
All the best to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, when's the workout?
Whitney came on here. I brought her. Remember, when I was going to Ryerson.
Yes.
I brought some of my classmates.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna do something in the summer. We're gonna do something. Okay. I'm gonna tell you when we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it in the summer. We're gonna get outside. We're gonna tear up this place. We have so much people here. People are gonna wondering what's going on. I have a field right across the street from me. Actually, my backyard can do it too, but we'll work on wherever we're going. Don't worry, we're gonna work it out.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Thank you guys so much for logging on. Love you so much.
All right. Love you lots. Take care of yourself. God bless you and keep you.
Blessings.
And we'll talk soon.
Mwah.
Mwah. Bye.
Bye.